to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for. Kevin, back to you.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Brooks. And for Houston, Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. Smith is out there with Martin. And it's Fernando in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
So the Rockets win the tip. Now here's Porter. Pass to Martin.
Who's watching it?
Smith scanning the floor. Back to Martin. Just 5 on the clock. That one, no good. Nice D from Brooks. From 6 away. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And one of these modern leagues who doesn't just shoot threes. Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
The first free throw is good. GA, the Houston Rockets coming off back-to-back losing seasons, and that has been tough for that franchise and for the city.
And Kevin, no doubt it affects the team's morale. It's hard to find the positives and see the road ahead, but listen, you got to stay strong and focus on just getting better every day.
And both free throws good for Brooks. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals. Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Pass to Martin. Here's Fernando. Over Morant. That one wide left. Passes it to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Adams down low. Nails the baby hook.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Outside, Green. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Memphis with the ball. Morant surveying the D. The pass to Brooks. Up top, Bain. Memphis moving that ball around. And it's blocked. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. And here's Porter. Outside, Green. Pass to Martin. Smith outside. And a wide open look for Porter. The Rockets with another miss.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Brooks, the pass to Bain. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. That shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, a surprising victory. Looking like they go away easily, but boy, did they come on strong in the fourth. Big-time momentum just carrying them all the way for the win. Exciting basketball.
Durant, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, you know, each team wants to take it to the other. I'm sure we will see a lot of toying around with lineups and see what types of matchups work best.
Offensive rebound. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. 4-point game. Passes to Bain. No good that time. And it's Houston the other way.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
2 minutes.
Green taking his time here. Out to Smith. Trying to get something going. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Greg, one thing about that blinding speed of Green, he's got to make his reads faster as well.
I think the game is slowing down for him, though, Kevin. And that and speeding up his shot release will make him even tougher to deal with.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Grizzlies 4th.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
The pass to Tate. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Pass to Gordon. They could use a bucket. And they get it back. Marjanovic gets to Şengün. Nailed from three-point land.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Jones. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Tate. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. Outside Williams. He kicks it to Jones. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Gordon. It's rebounded by Memphis. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Jones. Tight defense on him. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's John Morant. And it's Tillman in at 7.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury. Porter healed up and has taken the lead by storm.
Shoot 2. Free throw good. Porter. And with Kevin Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can even get a little confusing at times, but no relation that I'm aware of. They're just Porters, juniors, and quality NBA players.
And Porter drops them both.
It's easy to see what a great facilitator Kevin Porter is. His vision and instincts are terrific.
Yeah, he can find his own shot, too. He's crafty. He's got the footwork. He creates the separation. And he's not shy about going to the cup either.
Now here's Brooks. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New York. 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Now that James Harden has left Houston, can we appreciate the 8 years he just had with the Rockets? He was an all-star every season in Clutch City.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And that one falls for Brooks. And you mentioned it, looking at the accomplishments for Harden in Houston, I mean, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, look, 8 seasons, and let's go down the list. 6 first-team All-NBA selections, an MVP, 3 scoring titles. Harden carried that franchise at times, nearly got Houston to the finals, just ran into some tough luck. Well, yeah, and also the Warriors, they are tough luck.
They are. He also had the right coach, didn't he? The right coach at the right time for the right player.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Take the pass to Smith. Lets it go with the 3. Tate, no good. Memphis leading by 3. Brooks outside. Goes back up. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
And that one's good by Porter.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
And you love seeing that great mobile 1 drive a second time.
A nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Now here's Morant. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
To the inside. Here's Smith. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Smith's got his first points of the night.
A shooter of Smith's skill can be dangerous, but defenses will only get better as the season progresses.
Here's Brooks. Wants to get it to Morant and does.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Now, here's Tate. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the wide open shot from Green. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Bain with it. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's Morant in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Porter, no luck. Memphis leading by 3. Morant, right side. Brooks kicks to Morant. Morant with another miss. Here is Porter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Şengün passes to Tate. Outside, Porter. Outside, Green. Over Bain. And that one hits back iron. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Green against Bain. To the paint. And stolen by Şengün. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, thank you very much. The Rockets are in a full rebuild, and they have a young roster which is taking its lumps. But Coach Stephen Silas says, we very rarely give up. This team has a lot of fight, character, and grit, and we are learning. Kevin, it's a long process, but it's worth doing.
Yep, no shortcuts, David, but the journey is the reward. They're building from the ground up. It's fun to watch, and we thank you for that story.
Welcoming any physicality on his way out. Morant enjoys that type of challenge.
Now a timeout called by Houston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Hey, Chad! Welcome, your Quad City, Texas! Welcome to the floor, your Quad City, Texas! Hey, Chad, welcome, your Quad City, Texas!
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. .133 left in the first half of the game. Christopher lays it up off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Martin. It's a very good look and converts.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outside Williams. And there's the pass to Clark. Here's Conchar, defended by Gordon. Shoots off the step back. He's off on that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Jones in the post. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And that one falls for Jones. So he gets them both. 5 seconds left now here in the second. For three, Gordon. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Memphis out in front. They lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis?
They came out as the more physical team today. You could tell they put an emphasis on winning the battle of the boards. All of these bodies crashing the glass and giving them a physical and a middle edge.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. Martin is out there with Smith. And it's Fernando in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Steven Silas. Shot clock at 5. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Porter.
A springy guard, Porter Jr. can rise up with the best of it.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Here's Adams, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Adams has got 6 points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Back to Martin. Now Green. Out to Smith from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Smith's got his second bucket tonight.
He was money from deep in college. Looks like the confidence has stuck.
And guys, how about the job Jalen Green has done? Living up to that second overall pick.
He sure is. Had a great rookie year last year, and he is looking to build on that success. Had a tremendous year in all facets of the game. And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Pass to Martin. Out to Smith. They're outside. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game. And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Outside, Martin. Back to Porter. At the elbow, Martin. Pass to Green. Smith kicks to Green. Over Bain. Doesn't go that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop them now.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks. And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Yeah, you just hope it's nothing serious and that he's able to get back on the court as soon as possible.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Houston making 2 changes. Şengün's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And it's Jayshawn Tate in for Martin. Porter looking it over. Tate against Brooks. They kick it out to Green. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tate.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Brooks outside. Memphis moving it around. Morant passes to Clark. Now Payne. Guarded by Green. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain. Bain's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year. And then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
The Rockets with another miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Green.
2 minutes.
Passes it to Tate.
2 minutes.
Morant against Porter. Clock at 6. Out to Smith to end the run. Hits the three-point bomb. Smith's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Houston. Now here's Morant. He has 6 over Smith. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Green. There's the pass to Tate. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Personal foul.
And Jason Tate, talk about positional flexibility. I don't know if you call him an oversized guard or an undersized forward.
He even played some center at Ohio State. NBA scouts weren't sure what his position was. He kind of flew underneath the radar, went undrafted, but everybody knows his name now.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Marjanovic checked in for Smith. Gordon comes in for Jalen Green. And it's Josh Christopher in for Porter. The free throw off from Tate. Richard, if there's one thing the Rockets want to emphasize this year, it's defense.
Yeah, no question. They've been one of the worst defensive teams in the league the past few seasons. To turn your fortunes around, you gotta focus on defense. It's the most important thing.
Now Tate following Tyus Jones' three-point attempt. Marjanovic kicks to Tate. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And Marjanovic with the layup. Marjanovic has got 6.
Great recognition of the mismatch of using the smaller defender, Porter.
Morant passes to Tillman. Morant outside. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 9.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Gordon. Pass to Tate. Free throw line jump shot. Conchar pulls it in. And now here comes Jones leading the break. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
And so it's Memphis going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So on the floor for Memphis. Jones is out there with John Morant. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar in at the small forward. Here's Gordon, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Eric Gordon was huge in those classic Rockets-Warriors playoff games, wasn't he?
It's almost forgotten, but Gordon was going toe-to-toe with the Splash Brothers, scoring 19 and 20 points per game in that 18 and 19 postseason battles. Eric's a big game player.
That free throw missing.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Memphis. Good on the second free throw. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Clark, the pass to Jones, and the shot is good.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
Smith right side. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Morant. Green, no luck.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Clark slams it in.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
Pass to Green. Launches a three. And he's good on the three ball.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That is his first foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Baines checked in for Memphis. Brooks outside. Outside, Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes to Jones. No good on the triple. It's trailed by 10. Smith, the pass to Porter. Kicks to Martin. Green in the post. Brooks covering. Fernando. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
During Desmond Bain's first season, Greg, he shot over 43% from three-point territory.
And that was top 10 all time for a rookie. And Bain's three-point numbers went up in his second season. From the start of his career, Desmond's been a premier shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Memphis making a change here. Aldama's checked in. And Bain drops them both. And here's Porter. Outside, Martin. Houston moving the ball around. Smith dishes to Porter. Off target with his 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Aldama.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Green finds Smith. From 11 feet away, and he gets the jumper to drop.
And that's a nice shot from mid-range there. Smith must continue to knock it down at that level.
Fernando pulls it in.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And then Smith with the dunk.
Attacking relentlessly. Always fun to see a young player like Smith just go off.
Brooks outside. Jones against Porter. Back to Jones. Over Porter. Jones, no luck. Rockets trail by 10. Outside, Green. And the lead is down inside single digits.
The defense gets physical with Green inside, so he uses his agility to get around them.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this out.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and Coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. You may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
Can't lay off of Morant. When he's roaming around that mid-range area, you know he's ready to lock in.
Timeout called for Rockets. They trail by 10. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Tillman, he's checked in for Memphis. Green with the ball. Outside for Martin. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Smith.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Back to Morant. Memphis moving it around. And the pass to Brooks. Covered by Smith. Inside, 4 on the clock. Basket good. Morant's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Memphis.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Ja Morant.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Smith right side. Martin against Brooks. Martin with the bucket.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Here's Morant. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we're behind you. So
you all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.